couple weeks ago I finished a project to build some floating shelves so that my cats could access a high perch in the house that they jump up to anyway. So I scoured the internet and came up with some plans. I changed them a little bit, and I'm going to do a walkthrough on how I built these. This first video is just going to be laying out how I did it and what makes them up. I might do a second video on how to actually build one for anybody that doesn't do much woodworking. Anybody that's used to doing this should be able to just see what I've done and build it to their own specifications. The 3 shelves I put in, one right there, one there, a top one, and then that's the area that they've been accessing. So I built a 4th shelf that's going to go right in this area. Just to make it easier for them to run up the shelves. So let's do a walkthrough on what this is and we'll go from there. So this is the shelf before it's mounted. Here's the front edge. Here's the back edge. It is basically a hollow shelf. There's nothing much to these. To hang them, a lot of floating shelves use a single cleat that they mount off the wall and they put the shelf into. What I did was I made an extended cleat, and Cat's already checking it out. This board mounts to the wall. I'm mounting it. I've pre-drilled it so that it can mount 16 inches on center. And I made a series of 4 protrusions that'll stick into the shelf to add some extra support and take some of the load. I glued these, I stapled them, and then when everything was dry I drilled them and ran 1 screw into them. I think they're strong enough to support anything that my cats will throw at it. They're, of course she's trying to throw stuff at it right now. The shelf dimensions are pretty simple. The overall shelf is 21.5 inches by 8 inches wide. Boy, a cat doesn't make this easy. Inside the shelf, I used 1x2, and it runs the entire perimeter of the inside of the shelf. So the plywood is 1/4 inch. I just nailed the plywood, glued and stapled the plywood to the 1x2, and then I put a finished board on the outside that I did miter cuts on, and then I round my edges a little bit just because a cat's jumping around it. The carpet's the same carpet I just put in my house. It's stapled down except for this back edge because I want to put screws in this back edge to hold the shelf to the cleat. So I'm going to mount this to the wall and get it attached. Okay, here's the cleat installed on the wall. It's ready. It's good and solid. I do have it 4 screws into studs. And I'm just going to slide the outer shell on. It's on. Now these holes are not pre-drilled into the cleat yet. I think my drill bit's bent, but it'll be enough. That hole's going to be a bit of a problem. I'm probably hitting a staple underneath, so I'll address that. That one grabbed really good. This one grabbed really good. I'm going to pull this one out. And just move the hole over about 3/4 of an inch, and that's addressed. Just pick up these little flakes of sawdust. And I just need to grab the stapler, attach the back of this carpet, and we're done. Okay, I'm ready to do the last bit and staple the back of the carpet done. I already have my product tester sitting on it. It's going to meet with her approval. I do have my supervisor sitting right there, just watching the goings on. So let's get these final staples in. And if the camera mount wobbles, it's because Cheetah's attacking a camera leg. Come on, get out of there. Okay. These staples do ride up a little bit. I'm going to push them in with a hammer. But the idea is I want just enough that the cats can't work that edge up and peel it back. So this will hold it good enough. But also if I need to take the shelf off to paint the wall, which looks like it's coming soon, I can still get this apart. So the last shelf is on and done. This part of the project is done. So now I have, if I can get back far enough, I have 4 shelves that let them get on top of the curio cabinet. And then I also have an insert up there that's carpeted. My plan is to eventually take shelves all the way up toward the peak, come back down, right along that window so that they can get down onto their tree stand right there between the 2 windows. Since these are the first ones I've made of this design, I'm going to see how these hold up. When I do the further up shelves, I'm probably going to make the cleats out of oak so that I have a little bit, camera doesn't want to focus, so that I have a little bit stronger of a support since I sit right below that. So if anybody wants to make one of these, they're simple. They really don't take a lot of time. I think they look pretty decent. Feel free to enhance the design. One thing I didn't mention during the construction is why I picked 8 inches wide. As you can see, my cat's less than 8 inches wide. I didn't want to go really wide because as they get toward the edge, just that weight shift out toward the edge is going to put more stress on where the mount is along the wall. Plus with these guys running around these, I was worried that if I gave it too far out, I was going to create too many forces and it was going to be harder to keep to the wall. I just picked 8 inch because it looked aesthetically pleasing to me. You can make that choice on your own if you build one. Well, that's it for this project. Cats are already up and playing on it. Thanks for watching, and if anybody has any questions, you can leave a comment below, or if you're in the Savannah group, you can comment when I post this link. Thanks a lot.